welcome to Idea TV News Updates. I am Cynthia Bassi. We begin with the headlines. FRSC launches special patrol to curb road traffic offences in Akwa Ibom. Lagos government urges LASU unions to end strike and promises dialogue. US-1 students skipping classes, Commander Francis Ajata. The operation, which is already underway, is designed to enhance safety on the roads and deter reckless driving. Ajata listed critical offences being targeted, including driving against traffic overloading, use of vehicles with broken windshields or faulty wipers, particularly dangerous during the rainy season, as well as operating vehicles without valid documents. He emphasized that violators will be prosecuted in accordance with the law as part of a broader effort to prevent crashes and safeguard lives. The public was also urged to remain cautious and avoid actions that endanger themselves and other road users. The FRSC encouraged residents to make use of the Curve mobile app or call the toll-free line 122 to report accidents or other road emergencies promptly. Moving on, the Lagos State government has appealed to the Joint Action Committee of all staff unions at Lagos State University LASU to call off their ongoing indefinite strike. The strike, which began on July 31st, involves ASU LASU, SANU LASU, NASU LASU, and NAT LASU, and has disrupted both academic and administrative operations at the institution. In a statement issued by the Ministry of Tertiary Education, the government reassured staff and students that their welfare remains a top priority. According to the Director of Public Affairs, Mahmoud Hassan, the state has held high-level meetings with union representatives, including engagements with the state head of service. He noted that both parties had previously agreed to suspend any disruptive actions to allow room for meaningful dialogue. The Commissioner for Tertiary Education, Tolani Sule, also appealed to the unions for calm and continued cooperation, reaffirming the government's commitment to a peaceful resolution. The government emphasized that prolonged industrial action could negatively impact students and the institution's future. It urged union leaders to consider the state's ongoing efforts to fund the university despite competing priorities. Authorities believe a swift and lasting resolution is possible through mutual understanding and open communication among all stakeholders. In other news, the United States has issued a stern warning to international students, particularly Nigerians, about the consequences of violating the conditions of their student visas. In a statement shared via its official X handle, the U.S. mission in Nigeria cautioned that students who abandon their programs or skip classes without properly notifying their schools could face visa revocation. Beyond immediate visa cancellation, such students may also be disqualified from receiving future U.S. visas. The U.S. authorities emphasize that all student visa holders must strictly comply with the rules tied to their immigration status and academic responsibilities. The message is part of ongoing efforts to ensure that international students remain in good standing while in the U.S. The mission urged students to always keep their schools informed and avoid any action that might breach the terms of their stay. Always adhere to the terms of your visa and maintain your student status to avoid any issues, the statement read, serving as a clear reminder that negligence could have long-term consequences on travel and study prospects in the United States. We go on a quick break now. The news continues when we return. Welcome back. If you're just joining, this is the Idea TV News Update. Now the rest of the news. In health, the Oyo State government has flagged off the mass distribution of over 5 million insecticide-treated mosquito nets across its 33 local government areas. The initiative, launched at the Idi Ogungun Primary Healthcare Center in Ibadan, is part of the government's effort to reduce malaria infections, especially among pregnant women and children under 5. Commissioner for Health Dr. Oluwaseremi Adetunmobi warned against the misuse of illegal sale of the nets, stressing that the materials are breathable, lightweight, and meant solely for malaria prevention. She stated that any diversion of hoarding of the free net will attract legal actions and advise families to ensure children sleep under the nets every night. The distribution, which runs from August 1st to 7th, will be conducted through fixed-point delivery sites. The process is being monitored with electronic tracking to guarantee transparency and ensure that no household is left out. According to the Commissioner, the nets are life-saving tools and not for personal or commercial gain. Moving on to business news, new data from the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority has revealed that over 71% of Nigeria's petrol consumption in May and June 2025 came from fuel imports. Despite the presence of the $20 billion Dangote refinery, marketers continue to bypass local refining options, preferring to import petrol due to more competitive land costings. A total of 2.32 billion litres were imported within the period, while only 927 million litres were sourced locally. This surge in importation is fueling concerns about the viability of local refineries. Dangote has urged the federal government to ban fuel imports under its Nigeria First policy, arguing that the current situation discourages domestic investments. However, oil marketers and analysts have pushed back, warning that the ban could create a dangerous monopoly, increase fuel prices, and further hurt independent marketers relying on diverse supply sources. Industry stakeholders also noted that the dominance of imported products in other categories like diesel, aviation fuel, and LPG. While Dangote refinery is expected to ramp up supply by mid-August, analysts predict major shifts in Nigeria's downstream market amid growing tension between price competition and protectionist calls. And lastly, in sports, in what's now becoming tradition, Nigeria's The Tigers have once again stamped their authority on African basketball. The team made history in Abidjan on Sunday with a commanding 78-64 victory over Mali, securing 5th consecutive FIBA Women's AfroBasket title and their 7th overall. That victory not only extends their unbeaten run to 29 games since 2015, but also pushes Nigeria to second on the all-time winners list, trailing only Senegal, who boasts 11 titles. From underdogs to unshakable champions, the Tigers have grown into the continent's most dominant force on the court. The full list: Senegal tops with 11 titles, Nigeria follows with 7, Zaire, now the Republic of Congo, has 3 and Angola holds 2, and Mali just 1. But with the pace Nigeria is setting, it's clear Africa's basketball crown may have found a long-term home. And that is all we have for you on Idea TV News Updates. But before we go, here's a recap of the headlines. We brought to you news that Federal Road Safety Commission. I am Cynthia Bassi. Thank you for watching.